going to stop it early a little bit because I don't have much time to hang out with you guys tonight, but I am here to hang out nonetheless. So take advantage of what you got. But I want to thank you all for having a little patience with me from yesterday. Oh, I have a headache. But thank you guys for having patience with me from yesterday because obviously I have things going on. And you guys know what? Because it is the end of summer, things get crazy and hectic around this time. And there's always seemed to have something happen, like around Labor Day, like right when the season is about to change. Is typically when stuff goes haywire, especially in my life. I don't know about you guys. Let me ask you a question. Do you guys have a time of the year where something always seems to happen in your life? Hmm? Mine is August or June. Typically, around that time, something seems to happen in my life. I know some people where stuff happens to them around the holidays, like the Christmas holiday and all that. And other people, it's like New Year's. Something happens to them in New Year's. But everybody has a time of the year where something just always seems to go wrong or some type of change always seems to come. It's not the end of summer. Let's not speak too soon. Now, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. We are entering September. Okay. We are entering June. We are entering September. You know what that means? It means chitty chitty bang bang. And it means that it is lioness season. It is my season. I am happy to get out of this heat. Guys, we are in a heat wave right now. Okay. We are at 107 today. 107. Do you guys think your lioness has left the house in the last, I don't know, 93 hours? No, no, I dare not. Life is hectic all year for me. Stop. You're such a pessimist, Samael. Gosh, you're so, oh my God, such a freaking pessimist. I want to put on some makeup because I feel like I look so boring to you guys. And at least I can wear something and make you guys happy. Hold on. I'll put on some makeups, okay? Hold on. Let me see. I can't like look at myself and do it. Wait. Wait. Oh my God, I have my lenses in right now, so that's why it's gonna end up. Oh, see, there's some girls who can do the one swipe and it comes on. Not me. Nope. Nope. I'm about to literally. Here, I'm gonna try again. All we have to do is breathe and take it slow. In and out. And I puta. Oh, it's okay. It's not that bad, right? Okay. If in, oh gosh, in and out. Yeah, no, it's not working. Whatever. I mean, I just want to look pretty for you guys, and and listen. I was okay. So I have been literally hiding away in the house for the last week or so. So you guys know I haven't even needed to put on makeup all this time. Breathe and take it like a delicate swan on a delicate river. All right, whatever. All right, it is what it is. You guys are gonna get what you get, okay? Oh, yeah, I look like I had a stroke, but that's all right. That's okay. Sometimes the stroke look is nice. Okay, so should I put on some lipstick? Should I wear like red lips? Hold on, guys. Oh, okay. So this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about, right? So I put it in the. Hold on, let me get my phone. Jawali, pen. Pen, Jawali. هذا جوالي Okay. Yalla. I have it now. Okay. So here it is. So the reason I want to talk to you guys today really quickly was about hijo puta, no, cancel. Oh, you piece of Look, it started doing the stupid update when I tried to push the button to not do it, and now it started doing the stupid update. I fucking hate you. I hate you. I just want to throw my freaking phone across. And now it turns off. Blood. Just want to. Oh, and I've been trying to not have this stupid update come on. Right. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about was in my phone, and now who knows how long it's going to take for it to finish doing its update, because I don't want this update. I don't want the stupid update, but you accidentally push a button because my stupid fat fingers, and that's what ends up happening. Yeah, oh what? Exactly. And it doesn't make the phone better. It doesn't do anything. It's take up more battery. All right. What does it say in the comment section? Samael, can you see what it says in the description of this video? Because it's in the description. I put the topics in the description, and I can't see the description.
Yeah. God is not real? ? Police are evil ? Why does cancer exist?
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Samael. Samael has come to save the day. Right. So Samael says that God is not real. And the reason I put that up there was because as I was going around through the internet, I came across a channel that was a small channel, but they were just, they were having like this call-in session, and they were talking. And the guy said, God isn't real. Prove me wrong. You guys know those type of people. Now, he was arguing with people and basically saying that God isn't real, because if God were real, why is it that we have suffering in the world? He says, if God is real, would he be all knowing? People said yes. He said, okay, would he be all powerful? It says yes. Would he be all merciful? People say yes. And then he said something like, would God be able to remove the suffering of the world? And the person said yes. Now, thank you, Neil. I appreciate that one. Thank you so much for clearing that up. But he said, if God were real and he were all those things, then why is it that we have things like the Gaza issue happening? Why is it that wars happen? And why is it that cancer exists? And da. Now, I want to talk to you guys about this just really quickly, not too long. We don't have to talk about it too much, but the premise is all wrong here. Do you guys know what I mean? The premise is all wrong. Now, what I want to answer to you guys is, if you guys ever think about this stupid question, and if you guys ever dare to think that a person like that, with that type of premise, saying that, well, there shouldn't be any suffering in the world if God exists, then you know what? I want you to hear me out, because we're going to talk about this really quickly. God is not Santa Claus. He is not the Tooth Fairy. He is not something that your little trivial problems that you go through on the planet Earth, that are oftentimes brought on by other humans, let's say diseases and so on. These are all things that humans a lot of times have brought onto themselves, or have caused problems that end up bringing on disease. This is not something that God is supposed to take away everyone's suffering. For all those people who think that if God exists, then I shouldn't suffer, then why the hell are you on the planet in the first place? Why are you here? Those trials and tribulations, your soul sees them before you're born. Your soul knows everything that you're going to go through before you're born. In fact, it's said that your soul, your spirit chooses the life it's going to go through because certain lessons need to be learned in the soul. And if it is true that if God exists, that you should always be healthy and always happy and always cradled in your, in your mom's arms, then that wouldn't be a very good God, now would he? Because a God who doesn't let you experience or doesn't let you fall or doesn't let you get hurt, that's not a good parent. Because we all know the parent like that who cradle their kids and so on and so forth, the kids turn out to be absolutely worthless. They turn out to be characterless, spoiled brats. And that's not a good parent. It's almost abusive to be a person that doesn't let your child feel pain, feel consequence. So I just wish that somebody would have spoken to this idiot who was on there talking about, well, if God exists, then why does cancer exist? Why do these things exist? Why do evil people exist? And that's my premise. That's the thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. And the other thing was Samael, can you give me the second one again? It was God doesn't exist. Why does cancer exist?
Police are evil.
Police. The other thing about the police, that there was another topic that another channel was talking about. Now, as I was, channel surfing, the other topic was police are evil. And this person, it was a woman this time. This woman, she had a call-in show to talk about how all police are bastards. And her premise, hear me out, her premise was, the other thing is all billionaires are evil too. We'll get to that one too. But her premise was, knowing the suffering of the world, police shouldn't exist in this world because police are not serving the community by handing out tickets, by policing certain behaviors, that police should only exist as forms of counselors and as therapists, because that is what civilization needs, is counselors and therapists. That's their premise, guys. We don't need police to spank us when we're bad. We need counselors and therapists. She argued that police giving a person a position of power in this form makes them inherently evil because power corrupts. You guys know, being all powerful corrupts and so on and so forth. So her premise is that police are all evil because anybody who seeks out a job or a career as a police officer is clearly a person that is seeking power and authority over another. The people who seek to be police officers are not good people. Now, that's the premise. The true is different, right? We all know, right? We all know that being a police officer, well, anybody who has actually been in the military, firemen, any form of service to civilization or to society as a whole, any form of service, you're going to understand that you see the absolute worst of humanity on a daily. Having a person willingly wake up, get out of their cozy bed, put on their clothing, and go to a job where they know they are going to see the absolute worst of humanity day in and day effing out, you're telling me that that person is evil. Now, the majority of people who say these things have absolutely no idea what an average police officer goes through on a daily. This is why I'm so glad that those body cam videos exist. Do you guys ever watch those things? Tell me you do, because I watch them all the time. Those body cam videos. Now, the worst thing that's happened to criminals as a whole is body cam videos, because what the body cam videos do is point out how badly officers are treated on a daily, being spat on, kicked, punched in the face. I mean, people treat officers as if they're not even humans, right? I actually called in on that show, and when I called in, my first thing that I said to the lady, that the girl that was hosting, I said, when you see accidents or tragedies or calamities happen, everybody that you see running away from the danger is an average citizen. The people that you see running to the danger are typically officers or servicemen. You're going to tell me that the people who are running to the danger that everyone is running away from in order to try to find a solution to said danger, they're the evil ones? They're the evil ones. And you guys already know the majority of people who say, oh, I don't like police, or all cops are bastards. These are the main people who, listen, did you hear that? Oh, somebody's in my house. Oh, 911. Hello, can I get an officer, please? Hurry. Oh, but I thought you said all cops are bastards. These are the main people who are calling 911. Please come help me. I got robbed. They're scaring me. But these are the main people on the internet talking about, oh, all cops are bastards. Oh, they're a pig. Oink, oink. I'm like, you people are so I can't say the word without cursing, but I want to say the word so badly. But it has something that says the equivalent of poussé. These people are so poussé, and they're the people, the main people who would be begging the police to come because they're scared of Mr. Gangster outside because they're coming close to their car. They're scared because they heard something go boom in the night in their house. Can we watch one of the police body cams? We will, but not tonight. Not tonight, because you says those body cams are caught a lot of bad cops too. Check this out. As much as we have seen those videos, you will see one bad officer who has tried to plant something. You know how they do. Who will try to plant something, or who has used excessive force or what have you. You'll see maybe one or two of those videos out of hundreds of other videos of them being spat on, kicked, just absolute guys. I saw one of these videos. This lady hopped a loogie, okay? Hopped an absolute loogie. She, remember in the movie Titanic where he was teaching Rose how to spit? Don't you guys clip that part. She was, and then, and the face of an officer. Now, this person wasn't some cute person who you're like, oh, they look pretty clean. No, this person was an absolute crackhead, okay? And you said I've seen absolute, yes, but it's not as many unless you actually look for that, unless you're like trying to look for that. Larry, what are you really trying to say? Larry, chill. He's literally trying to say, guys, that as many bad videos of bad people that there are, that there's going to be that many videos of officers. That's not the case. Okay, stop, Larry. Just stop. I understand that there are some bad police officers. We all know that, Larry. But I'm saying the vast majority of cases, let's say out of one police station, you will see how many officers come in a police station? Let's say like 80 officers in a police station. You probably have maybe 3 of them that are absolute garbage, and the other 10 of them who are just, they do bad stuff here and there, but they're not really bad cops, but they just don't follow the rules as much. And then the rest of them typically are good people. You don't see every single officer is out there just being garbage, okay? So please let's not act like that. But anyway, I was telling you guys about this person getting absolutely spat on by just heroin addicts and just dirty people. And I'm like, how do the officers hold back and not just absolutely, I want to say rip the head off of a person, but you guys know what I mean. Like rip the head off of somebody. That takes a lot of self-control. And listen, if somebody spat on an officer and the officer just absolutely wailed on that person, I honestly I wouldn't say that the person needs to go to jail. Would you? Would you guys say that person needs to go to jail if they absolutely wailed on someone that spat in their face? I think that spitting on a person is one of the worst things you could do to a person. It really is. I mean, like just launching your bodily fluids at somebody, that's just, I mean, animals don't even really do that. Except that there's this one beetle. Have you guys heard of this beetle? I know this is a little bit off topic, but hear me out. There is this beetle. Okay, what? Trump told ICE if they spit, we hit. No, did he really? I love that. Mr. Renegade said, well, it is assault. I know, but Mr. Renegade, they control themselves so much. Even when they get spat on, they don't just absolutely start wailing on a person. I'm like, how do you hold yourself? But watch. Okay. The thing that I was going to give you guys, oh my God, you guys made me forget what I was going to say. Oh, the beetle. Okay. So guys, there's this one beetle, right? If you guys watch Discovery Channel, you guys know what I'm talking about. There's this one beetle, right? When he feels threatened, his butt, right? And his butt, he has like why am I holding my body like this as if I'm the beetle? Okay, so the beetle's butt, right? There's a liquid that comes out of his butt, right? But it comes out so hot that it's boiling. He launches boiling butt juice at people that he's trying to hurt. And it's like acid. And so it's a triple threat, really, because it's like you get booty juice in your eye, and then the booty juice is also hot. It is boiling. It's a boiling temperature, and it's also like acid. So you have those 3 things coming at you. It's an acid, it's hot, and it's booty juice. Come on. It's a crazy thing. You guys tell me you've seen it. Tell me you've seen it. Ripping a head off takes an enormous amount of strength. A bear could do it, so could chimps. But most men would have to tug and twist for a while. Why did you feel the need, Samael? Why did you feel the need to have to go into detail? I think we understand that, Samael. I think the average human knows but it's going to take a lot of freaking energy to tear off the human head. I understand. Samael. Something's wrong with you. Something's wrong with you. Larry has tried to help you through. I'm not helping you. I'm not helping. Larry has a heart. I don't. You, Samael, something's wrong with you. It's kind of what I do. Yes, I've noticed that. You just, anyway. Aside from the fact that it takes a lot of strength to physically tear off a human head, mostly because of the spine and the bone back there, because typically the front part is really easy, but it's just so anyway, I don't even remember what I was talking about. The line between freedom and pension and jail becomes very fine when they spit or bite. Mr. Renegade, I believe sincerely that there should be a mandatory prison sentence if you spit on someone. I believe that should be automatically 1 year of prison. I do. I do. And actually, not 1 year. I would say it's 363 days. You want to know why? You want to know why? So that they don't go to a comfortable prison, because prison is actually more comfortable than jail. So give them 363 days to make sure that they will spend it in county. A full year in county for spitting on someone. That's just absolutely disgusting. I don't know how, people have died from spitting on someone. You guys know that, right? People have gotten shot in the nose, in the nostril, for spitting on another person. And I think it's merited. Says the one who got excited about Beetle Booty Juice. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Let me live my life. You would be excited too if you saw what I saw. That beetle, it just, whatever. Look it up for yourselves. Look it up for yourselves. The primal one says, not to mention them fluids be splattered everywhere. There are videos. Mortal Kombat. Wow. Cops seem corrupt in Kentucky. Have you guys seen Arkansas? What are you talking about, Kentucky? Have you seen Arkansas? Okay. Arkansas, they still have a lot of good old boys. You guys know what I'm talking about? The good old boys. Arkansas. Have you seen the cop chases, like the vehicle chases, the high-speed chases in Arkansas? They're all right, and all of the Democrat double D states, they don't even do vehicle chases anymore because they said that they're too dangerous for the rest of the community. But I still like to see a good old pit maneuver be done. I don't think anybody should take that away. I think that it still should be done. But anyway, a lot of the double D blue states don't do it anymore. But Arkansas, listen, Arkansas, you had a guy, he was speeding down. It wasn't even a freeway. It was like a highway where you still have lights and shops on the side, like shopping centers and stuff. He was speeding down one of these. One of his car was on fire somehow. I don't know how the vehicle was on fire, but somehow it was on fire. There was a child inside of the car, and I believe they said he was armed. The person was armed. Now, in most states, this chase would have been called off because of the danger of a freaking car on fire flying down the road with a child in the car. In Arkansas, the radio chatter was like, yep, I'm right on his bumper. I'm like, are you? Arkansas doesn't give a flying fook. They don't care. They don't care. They will chase you no matter what, no matter who, no matter what day, what time. There had been snow on the ground and they were still chasing before. I mean, Arkansas. Arkansas is like a whole new world. It's a whole different world, okay? And that's one thing I would not do. I would not commit a crime in Texas, Arkansas, or Florida. I will not. I will remember where I am. And especially with a last name like mine, I better keep myself clean. I will keep my nose clean in those states like no other. You guys will see me wearing a seatbelt when I drive. You guys will see me going speed limit. I'm not playing in those states. A person like me, good luck. And now that Indian guy is being crucified for the rest of us, Florida is going to do a number on this Indian guy. You guys know that, right? Florida is going to make an example out of this Indian guy. Florida already went to California to pick him up. or he was living in Colorado or California, one of the two. Florida, Florida flew over to his state, to his house, picked him up, and took him back to Florida so he can get persecuted. Now, you guys remember places like Florida, Texas, Arkansas are not very brown friendly areas, okay? I love America, and I can recognize that parts of America, you just don't. And somebody was telling me, oh, so you say you love America, never mind the sundown towns. Who gives a crap about a sundown town? Listen. Can I tell you guys something? People were saying that sundown towns still exist. And I know they do, because if you've driven through Texas, there are still some. A sundown town, somebody told me that you shouldn't be proud of America because sundown towns still exist. My response to that person was, do you guys know that hood neighborhoods, like Watts in California, like certain parts of LA, certain parts of Detroit, there are still sundown towns there. And when I say sundown town, I mean you going out after dark in those towns, in those cities or those areas, you can get killed equally as if you were in a sundown town in Texas. Just because it's not white racists who are out there patrolling this sundown town doesn't make it a not sundown town. It's still a sundown town. So people telling me like, oh, well, sundown towns exist. Yeah, and so does Detroit. Well, not all of Detroit, mind you, because Anton said that there's good parts. I know there's actually good parts. Wait, isn't it like in Detroit, isn't there like what is it called? Like a border, it's like a road, like a border road between like the good part of Detroit and the bad part of Detroit. But anyway, good parts and bad parts of LA, Detroit, DC, Baltimore. Have any of you guys been to Baltimore lately? I mean, people talk about these sundown towns. I'm more scared of being in Baltimore at night than a sundown town. It says, East St. Louis is deadly for whites after dark. Now, would that be considered a sundown town, Samael? Would it be considered a sundown town? I would say yes. No matter which way it goes, it's a sundown. East side and west side. See? Mr. Renegade, this is why I quit driving trucks. F that. Really? What do you mean? You mean like when you were driving trucks, Mr. Renegade, that you stopped in a sundown town and had issues? So I'm like, yeah, is that what happened to the Indian guy? I don't know, but I tell you what, the Indian guy, when this incident happened with the semi-truck and, the people who died, he was wearing a turban on his head. He was wearing a turban. But in his hearing for the court date, the turban was off. Now, people were speculating that the state of Florida didn't allow him to wear his turban. And I said, no, that would not be the case, because Florida, even though they're crazy out there, the Constitution still exists. The Bill of Rights still exists. Like, you're not going to tell somebody that they can't practice their religion. So I speculate that somebody got in that man's ear and said, listen here, you're in Florida. If you want to get the judge to like you or to take mercy on you, take that towel off your head. You acting like that never happened in 9/11? Do you guys think that never happened to us as Arabs? Oh, Indians, it's your turn. See, every race in America gets it at least one time. Indians, you've gotten off pretty lucky, although you were confused with Arabs, but this time it's your turn. The rest of us have already gotten ours. And Middle Easterners, Muslims, they were told, take that rag off your head. In my school in New York, you would think, oh, it's the North, but it's New York, the epicenter of where 9/11 happened. And in New York, me as a woman, a girl at the time, as a girl who wore hijab, I knew if I wanted to be okay and be safe, I took my hijab off. I just did. I mean, that's just the way it is. So, do I believe that the state of Florida told this Indian boy that he can't wear his turban to court? No, I don't think that that happened at all. But I do think that somebody got in his ear and said, if you want to have some mercy put on you, take it off. So he showed up to court without his turban. Fionn says, they think this guy is the same Harjinder Singh that destroyed a historical bridge a decade ago. Really? Do they think it is, or are they speculating, or is it just a rumor? Samael, Chugwater, Wyoming is a place you don't want to be after sundown. They might eat you. With a name like Chugwater, maybe they should be drinking instead of eating stuff. Mr. Renegade, Tao, Lamau, Tao. You never heard the term Tao head? Never heard that? It exists. 200,000 Indians in America signed a petition. 200,000 Indians in America. Do you know what that is? 200,000 Indians is like, oh, I don't know, 250 Indian households. That's still nothing. But 200,000 Indians in America signed a petition to give him clemency. He did not mean to do what he did, but it is true. He was on a road that was not supposed to have semis make U-turns. I mean, it was like a highway road, kind of, right? Where people were going high speeds, and he wasn't supposed to be making a U-turn, but he did. Is he guilty of murder? No. And I don't think a murder charge will ever stick. But manslaughter? Yeah, I would think so. Why? Because your behavior was something that you did knowingly, knowing that it could cause severe bodily harm to another person because of the speeds that vehicles were traveling on that road. You weren't on a road where people were going 25 miles per hour. People were going upwards of 50 miles per hour and higher on that road. So manslaughter will probably stick, but murder, no. And now people are telling me, like, you know, people who know me who are like in the Indian community are telling me, oh, now we see how racist America is. Oh, shut up. America, Microsoft, more likely. Apple and Microsoft have given Indians a huge leg up in this country. I mean, we know that East Asians and South Asians are the most successful minorities in America. They have become the model minority, right? They come here, they work hard, they pay taxes, they buy property, they model minority. They do great here. In fact, I think they're even out earning the average white American. So they are the model minority. But now after this happened, people are like, oh, we need to get these Indians out of commercial driving. We need to make sure these Indians are actually properly trained before they get their CDLs. Now, has a thing like this never happened with a normal American driver, an American who's been here for generations? Has this never happened? I think it has. I really do. I think it's happened before. But because of his religion and racial factors, it's going to become a big deal for no reason. And 7-Eleven. Oh Why? Okay, so I'm a 9/11 and they are 7/11s. Tell me why, you guys, you Americans have just got to put nicknames on all of us. Indians are 7/11s, Arabs are 9/11s. Funny. Oh, Yakub says, the worst thing that could happen is if he were flying a plane. Yakub, go to the naughty corner. Go walk your hiney to the naughty corner right now. Right now. Go look at the wall because they are not the ones who. God. Do you guys remember the movie Borat? You guys remember Borat where he said, look, he said, we have to figure out America before the Jews repeat their attack on 9/11. But there was a lot of truth in that. Mr. Renegade says, it's not even designed for that, right? Wait, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see which one. Nicknames are the only way we can tell foreigners apart. Go to the naughty corner. You too. Just because you're a mod doesn't mean that you are. Go to the. I'll put you in it myself. Hold on, wait. I'll put you in the naughty corner myself. Watch. Ha. Now, go think about what you just did, Samael. Look at the wall and don't draw on the wall. Do not draw on the wall. You look at it and you think about what you just did. They already steered a boat into a bridge. Now, that was not them. Those were the Cinco de Mayos, okay? Those were the Cinco de Mayos. That wasn't us, and it wasn't the 7/11s, okay? Have you ever heard of? Yes, of course. Even I've used that term when I'm talking about Indians. When I'm talking about Indians to people, I'm like, oh yeah, do you guys know? I know this Indian fellow who, and I'm like, oh, sorry, dot, not feather, or feather, not dot. I love it. Primal One. I could imagine him in a vest talking about, my name is Jafar. I come from afar. Allahu Akbar. Go to the naughty corner. Oh, I did. I got tricked into reading that. I hate you. Go to the naughty corner. I'm sending you myself. No. and my stupid self, I'm over here reading it too, like so excited, like, my name is Jafar. Oh my God, I'm such an idiot. No, don't say sorry. You and Samael can look at the wall together. I don't know how long it puts you in the naughty corner for, but however long it is, you guys look debated. Stop. I'm not joking. Stop it. Okay. All right, here we go. Larry has graciously made a list for us this week. Well, actually, Larry, he did make a list. However, we were supposed to be streaming yesterday. And Larry, he made a U-turn around the no U-turn sign. Oh, wait, he can't read English. Could only answer 4 of 10 proficiency questions. Only able to recognize 1 of 4 traffic signs. So is it true? That Indians are being approved to be commercial drivers in this country without being properly tested? Is it true? Or not being properly trained? See, I thought it was the semi-drivers, the old timers who were saying this because they see a lot of Jeeps and Preets starting to drive. But I guess it might be actually true. Maybe the Jeeps are not being properly trained. Well, maybe this incident, this accident, this tragedy has opened up or shed a light on an issue that we have in this country is a bunch of people being approved to drive semi-truck, which is a very dangerous job. You guys know they have thousands of pounds under their foot when they're driving. And it's a very dangerous thing to do. And I think these people need to be properly trained before they do it. So you guys are right. You guys are right. All right, let me pull up Larry's list. Oh my gosh, my eyes are hurting. Okay, hold on, guys. Let me pull up Larry's list. So here we go. Oh. All right, here we go. Ooh, a Texas Democrat has he committed a felony on air. Oh, and you guys did hear about Trump. Thank you, Larry, for bringing this up. Trump had a victory in the courts this week as well. Did you guys see that? Okay. All right, here we go. I want to give you guys this first one, okay? Here's the first story that we got. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Okay, here we go. Oh, my eyes. Here we go. In the news. Thank you so much, Larry, for providing us with the list of the week. Larry graciously scours the news and the internet and the Facebooks and the YouTubes and the Twitters and everywhere. And he graciously brings us the biggest, freshest, juiciest news of the week. And we appreciate him very, 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 very much so for doing it. Everybody give a round of applause to our loved Larry, my slave. But nonetheless, in the news, Antifa shows up in Brooklyn trying to incite violence between Black and Jewish neighbors. On Wednesday, this week, the white liberals of Antifa attempted to repeat their 2020 rioting success in Brooklyn by attempting to manipulate Black Americans or Black American residents to attack their Jewish American neighbors. However, to Antifa's dismay, things did not go as planned. Antifa attempted to weaponize an annual vigil that commemorates the 1991 death of Black 7-year-old Gavin Gatto. The Black 7-year-old from 1991, he was killed in a car accident that was caused by a Hasidic Jew driver. They wanted to desecrate the vigil by causing it to devolve into a riot by shouting anti-Jewish rhetoric, hoping to manipulate Black attendees to join in and to do Antifa's dirty work, but it backfired. The Black residents, they did spring into action against Antifa. They circled the agitators and yelled at them, saying things like, scram, skedaddle, fuck Antifa. Some of the Black residents even called the white Antifa agitators the N-words. They did this all before telling them to leave, while others mockingly called them white saviors. And this was all realizing that not only had they failed, but they were about to become a group of chalky outlines as a crime scene. The Antifa agitators quickly left, but were politely escorted out of the area by Black residents. Now, I want to be happy, but then I also want to be mad. Okay, the reason I want to be mad is because why are we trying to make friends with these? You guys know, I know I'm supposed to be not racist against the Jays, but listen, I'm racist against the Jays. It is what it is. Let's just be real. I don't like them. I don't want them here. I think the world would be a better place without most of them. I know, Simaya, I need to start wearing my glasses. In fact, I will get them right now. because you see, what I'm not going to do is lose my vision fully. You guys know I'm already blind, but yeah, I'm not doing well. Okay, here we go. Back to this. Here we go. Now, these, I understand the Black residents not allowing Antifa to influence them, and I am so happy that that happened, because screw Antifa. I can't even believe that they're still a group. Who in their effing mind? Okay, listen. Back in 2020, they were actually something, but here we are in the year of our Lord and Savior, 2025, almost 2026, and stupid idiots who still live in their mama's basements are still out there talking about, I want to join Antifa. Oh, I want to be Antifa. Get a life. Like, why are you gay? Why are you gay? I don't understand. Like, why are you gay? It is 2026 almost, and you are still talking about, I'm going to be Antifa. Antifa died and went to hell a long time ago. Okay? There wasn't a vigil for it. There was no celebration of life. Screw them. They're dead. Finito. But stupid people are still like, I don't want to be a part of Antifa. Well, yeah, you can be a part of the loser groups. Go ahead. If that's what you aspire to be, as an effing loser, then go ahead, go to Antifa. These people, they thought they're so intimidating. Do you guys know what they do? Do you guys know the height of Antifa behaviors, of their schedule? Do you guys know what their schedule consists of? You guys know? They go around wearing masks that, barely show their eyes, right? And all black. They go around in masks, covering their face because they're pussies. And normally I would say pussy, but they're not even valuable enough to use French connotation. These are pussies. Pussies with a capital P. These are pussies going around trying to intimidate, all while being covered up because they're too afraid to show their face. And they need to travel in packs and groups because they're nothing on their own. These are what Antifa are. And anybody who's joining them in the year of our Lord 2026 is a retard. Absolute retard. But in other good news, Trump has had a win this week against the courts, finally. Now, New York Appeals Court has thrown out Trump's fraud trial penalty. Leticia James is also under investigation. What do you know? On Thursday, this past Thursday, a New York Appeals Court made a long-awaited decision concerning the outrageous financial penalty levied against our president. After the fake fraud case brought on by Leticia James, who is currently under investigation for committing, other crimes, because actually she has committed every crime that she accused Trump of doing. So anyway, she's under investigation. So let's just keep that in the back of our minds as well. But after the fake fraud case that was brought on by her, Judge Arthur Engoron, anger on my pinky. Okay, Judge Arthur Engoron slapped President Trump with a $550 million fine in an attempt to bankrupt the then presidential candidate and interfere with his re-election efforts. Although President Trump claimed total victory, and we all know it was a massacre, the fight to clear his name was not over, and it still isn't over. The appeals court did not throw out his decision, the judge's decision, that the president committed a crime, which Leticia James quickly focused on to claim the decision was a victory for her side. So basically, she's saying, Trump may have won the presidency, but just keep in mind that the judge never threw out his decision was never thrown out. So the truth is, President Trump did commit a crime, and even though he is the president again, he's still a felon. And that is what the effing Democrats have been going on ever since this started. All they keep doing is say, well, he's still a felon. Well, he's still a felon. He still committed a crime. Well, I just hope you know. You know, it should be a crime. I think it is actually to use the courts and the judicial system against a political opponent, but whatever. Here we go. Judges Diane Renwick and Peter Moulton asserted in one of the three opinions that President Trump did somehow cause some kind of injury as they threw out the financial penalty, right down to the last penny. While harm certainly occurred, it was not the cataclysmic harm that can justify a nearly $500 million award/penalty. Now, with that, the court ruled that the penalty violated President Trump's Eighth Amendment rights. Although the appeals court upheld the other penalties imposed on Trump by, the judge Engoron, whatever his name is, anger on my pinky. The court ruled that the penalty violated President Trump's Eighth Amendment rights, and the appeals court upheld the other penalties that were imposed on Trump by that judge. They left a pathway open for the president to file an appeal, which is always a thing. You can always file an appeal. And they informed Trump and his co-defendants that they can seek to extend the pause that is currently preventing them from going into effect. Now, the opinions of the court, they're everywhere, okay? They are saying with two Democrat-appointed judges and one Republican-appointed judge are completely exonerating President Trump. They're saying, look, this is absolute garbage. It's stupid. It's dumb. There was no crime committed. You guys are just trying to slap some type of label on the president. And the fourth judge ruling that the previous judge, Judge Engoron, anger on my pinky, that he screwed up by declaring Trump guilty before the trial ever freaking began. So you have three judges basically exonerating the president, saying this is just stupid as hell. And then you have one who's like, you just claimed that Trump is guilty before we even got through the process. So it's not innocent until proven guilty, is guilty until proven innocent. That's not how we do things around here, homie. This isn't Afghanistan, buddy. This isn't Taliban. This is America. At least give him his proper trial. These people. But it's always been this way. We all know that it's always been this way. Neil, the new auto pen Democrats. Oh, my gosh. It's never going to stop. And the auto pen, don't even get me started on that. But you guys ready for the next and final story that I have for you guys from Larry anyway, because there's another topic that I want to talk to you guys about really quickly before we go. Texas Democrat is using a situation to virtue signal and committing felonies live on air. Don't we love to see it? Don't we love to see it? Now, you guys know that Democrats have been fleeing Texas and going other places and blah, blah, blah. Now, after fleeing Texas to prevent a redistricting vote, Texas Democrats, they've come back home. They've come back home to the great state of Texas in disgrace. They have come back in disgrace while claiming an imaginary victory against the Republicans' efforts to vote on the new districting map. Okay, they believe that anything that makes the process go slow is a victory for them. Okay, They don't see themselves as looking like pathetic teenagers that are running from their parents because, oh, they don't want to deal with their punishment. No, they don't want to deal with the consequences of what they did. No, they don't see themselves as teenagers who are looking pathetic. No, they think that they're winning somehow. Well, the Democrats have returned to work and received a surprise from the Texas Republicans. In order to leave the chamber, they had to sign a document agreeing not to flee the state again. And they were assigned police escorts just to make sure that they would be good on their promises. However, one Democrat saw this as a chance to make herself famous by virtue signaling, of course. What other way would we do it? Of course. With that said, Fort Worth Representative Nicole Collier refused to sign the document and was immediately locked outside of the chamber. Or I'm sorry, she was actually locked inside, not outside, because they couldn't leave the chamber without signing the document. So she was in fact locked inside the chamber. Now, in a press release, Collier said, and I quote, I, for one, enjoyed fleeing the state. It was great. Kamala Harris invited us over, and now I talk like her. But I refuse to sign away my dignity as a duly elected representative, just so that Republicans can control my movement and monitor me with police escorts. My body, my choice. Keep up the good fight. Now, this was an interesting statement by Collier, okay, since she and about 39 other Democrats abandoned their duties as so-called duly elected representatives. Well, if you're duly elected, then do your duly job. Now, to say they abandoned their posts, they abandoned their work, their jobs, all of this just to stay at an expensive hotel in Chicago on their own dime. Oh, did I say on their own dime? No. I meant on your dime. You paid for their stay at that beautiful luxury hotel in Chicago that I've stayed at twice. It's beautiful. These people have used your money, to stay at this hotel. Also, that they could virtue signal, of course, you guys know. And of course, the Texas Democrat caucus made sure that her stunt was on full display to tear jerk a reaction out of mindless Democrats in the area. Because you guys know that other Democrats are full of sympathy or simptude, one of the two. Sympatude or sympathy, I don't know. But I think that becoming a simp has to start with you having too much sympathy. But anyway, they did all of this to tear jerk a reaction out of the mindless Democrats in that area, you guys know. They set up a live stream for this chick, okay? They set up a live stream for this chick named Collier on the House floor and offered news outlets opportunities to interview this I want to call her a dog. But anyway, they offered news outlets chances to interview her because she's just so damn special. Now, eventually protesters, most likely paid, but they showed up shouting, "Let her out, let her out." Oh, shut up. But they did this with no reaction from Republicans because the Republicans couldn't care less. The Republicans put in their AirPods, blasted their music up, and kept on going with their business while they are seeing the other people's faces where all they can hear is their music, but all they can see is the other faces like this, which actually seems like they are chanting Beyonce, Beyonce, as if they're at a Beyonce concert. Because you guys know these Democrats, most of these Democrats or people on the left are obsessed with Beyonce. Why? Why? Anyway, back to these people. The next day after that thing happened with the people chanting, Collier snuck off to the bathroom to participate in a video call with California Governor, none other than Gavin Newsom, and other Democrats. Because, of course, Gavin Newsom was like, hey, baby, you doing the hard work of us California Democrats? Anyway, so we are in the great state of Texas, and a California Democrat calls you. That is a bad effing sign. That means you're doing a damn good bad job. You know what that means? If you are in the great state of Texas and you are getting called by California Governor Gavin Newsom because he's a Democrat, that means you are getting the attention of Californian Democrats, which means that you are failing. That means you're doing real damn bad. Keep up the bad work. That's what that means. I don't understand how. Okay, well, whatever. So anyway, Gavin Newsom had a video call with her along with a few other Democrat royalty, lefty royalty. And during this phone call, or video call rather, Collier claimed that the redistricting bill will, quote unquote, here we go, here's the virtue signaling, here we go. If we continue the redistricting, this will prevent black and brown. It's going to prevent black and brown individuals, because women and men don't exist, they're individuals. It's going to prevent black and brown individuals from selecting the candidates of their choice because they're cracking and packing these districts. Now, 30 minutes later, after this crap that she just said, Collier ended her attendance on the call abruptly when somebody entered the bathroom and told Collier that she was committing a felony live on air. She's like, Bish, are you on a live stream in the bathroom right now while virtue signaling for black and brown women who don't give a damn about you? Oh, you are? Well, you're committing a felony. Congratulations. And it was live on air. But prior to signing off, Collier said, oh my God, I'm sorry, black and brown people. Apparently, I can't be in the bathroom or on the floor. Deuces. And with that, she closed the live stream and claimed that the person said that she could actually go to the bathroom. All of this prompted Gavin Newsom and Cory Booker to explode with fake indignation and outrage, of course, that someone just saved Collier from getting slapped with a felony charge for live streaming in the bathroom. Okay. This is the crap that we're dealing with. We're dealing with absolute children. These are teenagers. We have to track down these stupid ass teenagers. Are you in the bathroom live streaming? Get your tail back in there. How do these people get their jobs? How do they get in these positions in the first place? I feel like I just read an article of parents trying to figure out how to discipline their teenagers. Do you know what I mean? They ran across state lines. They came back. They don't want to participate in the family duties. They don't want to act like a freaking family member. They're acting like a retard. What do? How do I discipline my stupid Congress people? How do I discipline my representatives? Do we need an effing video of how to discipline your Democrat representatives? It seems like that's what we need at this point. My gosh. Mentally ill 14-year-old. Listen, I've always said that the majority of women don't mature past the age of, I don't know, 16 until they turn about 40. I've always said that. But now add that on to being a Democrat and a woman. So now you're not only stunted emotionally, mentally, and characteristically, you are stunted in every single way. No personality, no sense of self, no sense of individualism. You're not an individual. You are just doing things that everyone has told you to do. Just make sure you say black and browns. Make sure you seem like you care about them, because if you look like you care about them, then you'll get a lot of support. So these people have no unique thought, no BTK. Multiple states have 40+% Republicans, but 0 Republican House members. What does that tell you? What does it tell you? Democrats fail upward. It's like, how do you fall up? How does that happen? But it does. Apparently, if you're a Democrat, you can defy gravity. The rules of physics mean nothing. You can fall up. Nessie, oh no, Amira dropped the R bomb. I did not. I didn't say. Wait, did I? Did I say Republican? I did. What do you mean? She's going to get canceled. Yeah, I know. You can't say Republican without getting canceled these days. In the 90s, we had teenagers with attitudes that morphed into superheroes. Now, we have teenagers with attitudes that are menaces to society and need the chancla belt special. Listen, add a whip onto that at this point, because like I said, I believe that we should bring back corporal punishments, because the adult timeouts are not working. We are seeing repeat offenders like no other time in history. Clearly, adult timeout is not working. Nobody's scared of the American judicial system. It used to be something that people used to fear. Not anymore. No. What you scared of? That they're going to put you in a room with books, dessert, TV, heat in the winter, and air conditioning in the summer? Oh, I'm so afraid. They even give you pillows and blankets. Did you hear about that? Oh my gosh. What's so scary about being put in a hotel, like a 1-star hotel? That's literally what jail is. It's like a 2-star hotel room. Oh, so scary. Oh, not books and TV and dessert. They get served dessert. I don't even get dessert. My gosh. Biden fell up the stairs, and I never even knew that was possible. But watching that man fall up the stairs made me feel like I was stroking out. Like, did he just fall upwards? He did. Nessie, you can't say the R word. The correct term is specially challenged person. Listen, don't call Republicans specially challenged, okay? Listen, I'll tell you what. I know. I'm being
No. You're fine. I gotta correct Nessie here. The correct term is retard.
Okay. See, she's gonna say R word.
Own the word. Take it back,
Oh, hold on, guys. I gotta go do something really quickly. 1 second. I'll be right back. Samael, get over here and talk to the family for a little bit. Talk to the family. I'll be right back, okay?
All right. Hi, guys. How you doing? Yeah. She's just gonna wander off like that. Okay, I see how it is. Yeah, no, I meant what I said though. I think free speech survived on the backs of people who refused to stop saying the word retarded. Honestly, you know, because people bent over for that, and you're right, people were getting canceled for it, but they can't cancel you unless you let them, right? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? They might get you fired or whatever. There are other jobs. So yeah, she's leaving. She's leaving you in the dark with me, Jacob. With me. So yeah. It's just something that occurred to me a while back that the only reason that certain factions got away with calling people out and making life hell on people, making them feel bad because they had a slip of the tongue or they said something 10 to 15 years ago in a tweet that nobody remembers, is because we let them. We don't have to let them. And just keep using the words. They can be as offended as they like. Doesn't hurt me any for them to be offended. It really doesn't. Something that my mother told me once, and I might have mentioned this at some point on a marriage channel. I know I have on my own. In order to be offended, you have to choose to take offense, right? It's almost entirely on the offended person's shoulders. It's got nothing to do with the person who said the thing. Choose to be, choose not to be. It's not my problem. I'm going to keep talking how I like.
Oh, now Abe shows up. Okay, so wait. So you just show up when he starts talking. You show up when he starts talking, but when I'm here, you're not. Okay, I see how it is.
Let's see if he disappears when I duck back.
Well, if you want to see him, Abe, you can go to his room. Okay, this is my room over here. You can go to his room if you want to see only him and him. He's in his room every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, this is my room time. Oh my God, I thought you guys came to my room to see me. Okay, I thought you guys coming to here to see me and to spend time with me, not to spend time with Cthulhu and octopuses and octopussies. Wait, what's the plural of octopus? There's an octopus.
It's octopi.
Oh. Yeah.
It's not octopussies.
Okay.
It's a James Bond movie.
Whatever. Octopies. It's not even a pie. There's nothing sweet about it. But bye, everybody. I stayed on way longer than what. Did you really come to see me, Primal? Hi, Primal. Don't suck up to me now, because you were in a naughty corner just a couple minutes ago. But, oh, Primal, thank you so much. I feel so special. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go because I was only supposed to be here 30 minutes, okay? And now we are here an hour and 30 minutes. Get up. Get out of my room. Get out of my room. Go to sleep, all of you. Go to sleep. Out of my room. Bye. Bye. Good night. Good night. Good night. I will see you guys next time. You called Samapuse. I did not. I said the plural form of octopus is octopini. So, America. Yeah. Okay, bye, guys. Bye. 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 Good night. Good night, everyone. Good night. Good night, Yosukas. Bye-bye. How do I turn this thing off? Okay, there it is. Okay. Bye.